Hi there, I'm Varun, and I'm going to present joint work with my advisor, Aleksandra Korolova, on discrimination through image selection by job advertisers on Facebook. Targeted advertising platforms are widely used by job advertisers, and Facebook enjoys a significant market share. A study by Facebook in 2018 found that 1 in 4 people in the US searched for or found a job using Facebook's platform. However, issues of discrimination due to advertising have surfaced and received widespread attention in recent years. In our work, we define a new form of discrimination due to the disproportionate use of people in job ad images by advertisers, which is unaddressed by current mitigations. Before we dive into our work, let me first provide some background about targeted advertising. There are two phases in targeted advertising. The first phase is targeting. During targeting, an advertiser chooses a budget and creates an ad by selecting images, text, and destination page links. Then, a target audience is chosen by specifying a combination of one or more of their demographic characteristics, location, and interests. The ad is then run through the delivery process where Facebook algorithmically decides which ads to show to which users. These algorithms leverage machine learning, are opaque, and may be biased. Finally, the ads are delivered to a subset of the target audience. Both targeting and delivery phases can result in discrimination. In the case of targeting, prior work has found that advertisers could misuse the targeting tools, including algorithmic audience creation mechanisms, to exclude people based on gender, race, age, and location from seeing job and housing ads. In response to lawsuits and Facebook's own commissioned civil rights audit, Facebook in 2019 disabled targeting tools based on these attributes for job ads. However, researchers found that discrimination can still occur due to the ad delivery algorithm. For example, prior work by Ali et al. Showed that ads can be skewed by gender solely due to the ad content, such as text and images. As we can see, an ad recruiting a preschool teacher delivered to a 95% female audience, whereas an ad recruiting for the lumber industry delivered to only a 8% female audience. This was even though the advertiser targeted a gender balanced audience and ran the ad simultaneously. As part of a settlement with the Department of Justice in the US in June 2022, Facebook deployed a new system in 2023 for housing ads that claims to reduce the variance in the demographics of people delivered ads due to their algorithms. Facebook promised to also deploy the system for job ads. Our work identifies a new approach for discrimination that combines targeting and delivery and is unaddressed by current mitigations. This new approach relies on advertisers' selective use of people of certain demographics in images, which is then further amplified by the ad delivery algorithm. Our insight is that images play a unique role in online job ads compared to other modalities such as text, and the disproportionate representation of people in job ad images can result in discrimination due to the following reasons. First, during targeting, an advertiser's choice of people for images influences who applies for the job, as evidenced by social science theories and case law. For example, an advertiser's choice of only white men in job ad images can discourage black women from applying. Second, prior work by Kaplan et al. Has shown that Facebook amplifies the skew in ad delivery due to the implied demographic identity of people in the images. As a specific example, consider an advertiser running a pair of ads simultaneously recruiting for the lumber industry, one containing an image of a white man and the other containing an image of a black man. Furthermore, suppose the advertiser targets a gender and race balanced audience. The ads will be delivered to an algorithmically amplified skewed audience, with the ad containing the white man delivered to a mostly white audience and the ad containing a black man delivered to a mostly black audience. This leads to our hypothesis that an advertiser's selective use of people in job ad images, combined with the bias of the ad delivery algorithm, can circumvent current non-discrimination protections of the platform. To test this hypothesis, we use the ad library and search for evidence of stereotypical image use. Additionally, we use recent data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS for short, to establish the demographics of the US labor force. This methodology of comparing representation with BLS is consistent with prior research by Metaxa et al. In 2021. First, anecdotally, we see many job advertisers using people of stereotypical gender in the Facebook ad library. This is an example of a moving company using only men as movers. Here is another example of a healthcare company using only women as healthcare staff. And this is an example of a service and repair company where 93 of the 100 distinct images contain only men. Having established this anecdotally, we then studied systematically and comprehensively for truck driver, nurses, advertisers. We scraped data from the Facebook ad library. Since the ad library doesn't load all search results when more than a few hundred results are found based on a keyword input, we searched and downloaded all truck driver and nurse advertiser images individually for the 26 keywords given by truck driver A through truck driver Z and nurses A through nurses Z. We then used Amazon Mechanical Turk to annotate the images for the perceived gender of the people depicted. We now provide a breakdown of our results by the number of distinct images. We analyzed more than 4,300 distinct images across a total of 399 truck driver and 302 nurse advertisers. We find examples of extensive stereotypical image selection across all ranges. To highlight our overall results, we find that among the advertisers who use people in their images, 57% of truck driver advertisers and 42% of nurse advertisers use people of stereotypical gender. We now restrict our analysis to advertisers who use at least 15 distinct images, using the number of distinct images as a proxy for effort and thought the advertisers invested into the visual messaging of their campaign. We plot the fraction of advertisers whose percentage of stereotypical image use among distinct images depicting people exceeds a certain value. As we can see, the stereotypical image use is prevalent among these advertisers. As a specific example, we find that for more than 3/4 truck driver and 1/3 nurse advertisers, more than 75% of their images contain people of stereotypical gender. Broadly, we find that even among advertisers who've invested significant effort into the selection of images for their ads, the selective use of people in images is still prevalent. Next, we perform an analysis of the perceived gender and race representation among select advertisers across diverse occupations. We compare the fraction of people according to gender and race in the job ad images to the corresponding fraction of people per occupation given by BLS to determine whether an advertiser may be skewing their ads to encourage only specific groups of people to apply for the job. We find that the majority of advertisers overrepresent women and Black people, depicted above the 45-degree reference line in the plot, and the majority of advertisers also underrepresent white people. These advertisers are depicted below the 45-degree reference line in the plot. Broadly, advertisers may be attempting to diversify their existing workforce across a diverse set of occupations. We hypothesize that some advertisers may intentionally vary image choices based on their specific needs over time. We find evidence of such proactive image selection in Monster.com. In 2021, we observed widespread stereotypical image use across occupations. For example, a white man was used for an IT recruiter job and a Black man was used for a pipe fitter job. In contrast, and during 2022, a single image depicting people of various demographics was used. Our findings imply the need for enhanced transparency for both the targeting and delivery phases and legal protections to ensure non-discrimination. Specifically, for enhanced transparency during targeting, at the minimum, the ad library must enable features to download ad creative images and targeting criteria, including the ad budget of each ad and per occupation across all job ads. For better transparency during delivery, we advocate for delivery statistics per ad broken down by demographic characteristics of users. We also advocate for the ability to query for relevance estimator values of the delivery algorithm based on variations in perceived gender and race of people in images and the target audience. And finally, we need legal protections and platform guidance for image use. This desiderata is feasible given the already existing features of the ad library for political ads, proposals on enhanced transparency from prior work by Imana and Edelson et al., and legal protections which exist for the selective use of text. In conclusion, we've defined a new approach that combines targeting and delivery through image selection, which is unaddressed by current mitigations. We've shown that such discrimination has implications for platform transparency desiderata, advertiser practices, and regulations. Please refer to our paper for a more detailed presentation of our data, methods, and a discussion of the metrics which may be used to measure advertiser image selection. Thank you for listening.